Shalom, shalom. Koholol, Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai Bahashim, Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who have taught us this truth in the spirit and the power of Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. I'm Shaquat, and I'm back here with another lesson. Lord willing, it's edifying to the hopeful elect. Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Barakathum. To you sincere Akim Wa Akwath. And a sincere shalom to you brothers. I am pushing this truth on the highways and the byways and through the YouTube lessons, man. Shalom to you all. Lord willing, this be edifying. All right, the title of the lesson today is, what will you do when we're gone? What will you do when we're gone? All right, that's the question that, I proposed for this woman in the video that I'm about to play from the brother Dawad, goddamn, Dawad from the GMS St. Louis. Can play this video real quick from the brother Dawad. You should subscribe to his page, GMS Kingdom Come God. All right, very edifying videos. Lovely brother. I mean, that's literally what his name means, beloved. So, but anyway, without further ado, I'm gonna mute myself and I'm gonna play the video, and you will understand from the video why I have the lesson entitled the way it is. All right, so here we go.
Black men at all.
I love all men and not black men.
At all, then we should talk
If
about
we don't
that.
want to deal with black men at all.
I love all men and not black men. Just not black men.
Well, is there any women here who don't want to deal with men, period, or is it just black men, or is it a mixture?
It's just black men, and we actually want non-black men's help in these corrections that you speak of.
So what are the corrections that you're looking for specifically?
Force, because that's the only thing that's gonna work.
But I mean, what are you looking for black men to arrive at? A place of understanding of, like, what do you want to see?
Well,
We believe that there is no hope for them. That we don't believe in changing their minds. We don't. But I'm trying not to say what I really want to say because you're on stage. But if they could not exist, hey, we wouldn't be mad at them.
I've seen these divested women. I don't know if y'all know about divestors. They say some of the most horrendous things about black men in pursuit of white men. Don't get with no black man. Get you a white man. They dusty. They deserve to die. I could let y'all listen to a clubhouse group chat with nothing but black women talking about their appreciation for white men and black men should die. I'm going to play it for y'all. But
there's no turning back because these dusties are dusty. They just belong in a coffin. They just belong in a coffin. I agree.
Ladies, I'm so happy that we loving white men because they are the most sweetest, wonderful men. And you know what's so sad? Our mothers should have left the black men a long time ago.
I feel safe now that the dusties are in the gulags. When I look at the title, white men are better for black women.
I feel like they're upset more so because black men, they do it the most.
Shalom. First and foremost, so there you have it, man. So these nigga women basically, in plain wording, they want us to die. These nigga women want us to die, right? These nigga women want us to die. All right, let me play this. Let me make sure this is on. Great. I'm going to say it one more time for the people in the back who may not have heard. These nigga women want us to die. What did she say? If they went extinct, hey, we wouldn't be mad at that. Really? Well, that goes back to the title of my lesson. Well, what are you going to do when we're gone? Because you can't bring yourself back. All right? You can't bring yourself back. So what you going to do when we're not here no more? All right? That's going to be the point of the lesson. You'll see when we get into these precepts. All right, y'all are an enemy, man, and that's why the Lord gonna judge you, bitches. And talking about we want the non-black people, non-black men, to start doing forceful things to black men to stop this whatever. So all so-called black men are just out here committing crimes and just some ain't shit niggas. Are you serious? So it's just all of us. All of us. We all doing that shit. What the fuck? When we talking shit about the so-called black woman, we still acknowledge that there are some so-called black women out there who aren't behemoths like this. We still acknowledge that and state that at times. But y'all just act like it's just all so-called black men that just ain't shit niggas. You know, we out here committing crimes. We at the club shooting the bitch up. Right? We out here we all deadbeat daddies. Like, what the fuck? What the fuck? So all of us gotta die. What? See, our women hate us, and that's a curse that was placed upon us. We read Deuteronomy 28 and etc. They hate us. They hate our guts. Right? Let me grab a few, and I'm gonna get into the point of the lesson. Deuteronomy 28. Let's go around. Deuteronomy 28 and 56. The tender and delicate woman among you, which would not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness. Her eyes shall be evil toward the husband of her bosom. All right? Or it could just be towards the men of her nation in general, and toward her son, and toward her daughter. All right? And this is going into more cannibalism in verse 57. I forgot this chapter even spoke about that. That's more ammo to the pockets. That's more ammo. I'm gonna save that. That's more ammo. I forgot this chapter even spoke about cannibalism. More ammo when I go into it. Oh shit, that's not where I want to put it. There we go. Yeah, that's a part of the curses that our women are gonna hate us. They're gonna hate us. All right, it's right here. They're gonna hate us, and you seeing it. And I had another one in mind, but it fucking left my mind. It's not too important because we already got the main one. So I want to go to Micah 7 and 10. Well, we're gonna start up a little bit. I'll start at verse 7. Micah 7 and 7. Therefore I will look unto Yahweh. I will wait for the power of my salvation. My power will hear me. Rejoice not against me, O mine enemy. Who's our enemy? These bitches. Esau, Edom, of course, and the heathens, but these bitches, these nigger women. All right, and when I say nigger women, I'm mainly talking about the so-called black woman, but I am also talking about the rest of the tribes. But I'm mainly talking about the so-called black woman. It says, rejoice not against me, O mine enemy, when I fall. And we fail. We're at a lower state, but the Lord is bringing us back up to a level. All right, and these women don't like seeing that. So she's like, yeah, kill him. Well, what are you going to do with them when we're fucking going in, bitch? What the hell are you going to do? You're going to just die and not come back. You can't bring yourself back. You don't carry seed. It says, when I sit in darkness, Yahweh shall be a light unto me. I will bear the indignation of the Lord. Indignation means righteous anger, righteous fury. And we're bearing it because we deserve worse, to be honest. The Lord is truly having mercy upon us. We really deserve a lot worse than what we're getting if we're being real. You know? And it continues on, it says, until he plead my cause. This is different from when it says it in the book of Isaiah. All right, shall plead with flesh or something. You know what I'm saying? It's different from that one. That one means judge. This one right here means speak on our behalf. Be a what's the word? An advocate. Being an advocate for us, like when we're in the courtroom. and execute judgment for me. He will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold his righteousness. Verse 10, then she that is mine enemy shall see it. Who is this? The so-called black woman, the nigger women. You saw the chat room, they talking about we dusty, these dusties and yada yada yada. Bitch, you dusty. Bitch, if I fucking have sex with you, it feel like I'm putting my rod it feel like my rod is a hot dog just being tossed down a fucking long hallway. No feeling, sensation, nothing. Cause you've been popped by a million different niggas. You loosey-goosey bitch. I'm talking shit. But you still get the point. And actually women, you know, women's that vaginal area can actually get like that once they have sex with enough men, which is crazy work. You know? But yeah, man, I'm talking shit, but I'm being serious at the same time. You know? You're dusty. We're not dusty. Give me a moment. I'm out here walking. I'm gonna stop at a crosswalk, so bear with me for a moment. You know? Alright, so I'm gonna read that again. Then she that is mine enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her which said unto me. And shame is gonna cover you bitches, especially when shit the fan. That's why Isaiah 4:1 gonna take place, and a lot of you bitch ass nigga women gonna try to come into the fold in that time. And the Lord gonna give us the spirit of discernment, and we're gonna say bitch be gone. As my friend of the world used to say a few years back. You got some bitch be gone spray. Just spray it on the hoe. You know what I mean? We're gonna have that bitch be gone spray. The brother Karatazar know what I'm talking about when he see this video. So yeah, bitch be gone. And it says, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where is Yahweh thy power? Like, where is your power? Where's the Lord? Where's these prophecies that you're speaking to come to pass? What is it? You don't have no power. You're not in the power seat. You know, that's how they are. They look into the so-called white man and the heathens to fucking trample us over even more than they already have done. Just because they hate us. Just because the so-called black men don't want to deal with these hoes no more. Right? It says, mine eyes shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the streets. What's the mire of the streets? It's dirt, mud. So she's going to be trampled upon, stomped on, meaning she's going to be judged, humbled, lowered, defiled even more. Lord going to judge you hoes. You got a lot of judgment coming to you bitches. Because you're our fucking enemy, man. The fuck do we do to you so damn bad? Fucking bitch. Anyway, fucking bitch. Oh, just bitches. Oh, Lord gotta kill these hoes. All right, let's get to the point of this lesson. What will you do when we're gone? It's the ultimate question of the day. What will you do when we're gone? Let's start by going to the book of Numbers, the first chapter. In verse 18, you can read verse 1, 2, but we're going to go to verse 18. And they assembled all the congregation together on the first day of the second month. And they declared their pedigrees after their families. So they declared their pedigrees. All right, when you go into the word pedigree, see what they're going to give. Pedigree.
Strong's H3205. Yalad.
This is actually the first time I've ever, this is actually the first time I think I've ever seen a Hebrew word pop up in the Blue Letter Bible in correct form and verbiage. This may be the first time I've ever seen this. It actually has the correct Paleo Hebrew. Yalad. That's how you would say it. What does Yalad mean in the Hebrew? It means boy or child. You can use it for girls as well. There's a specific word for girls. I can't remember it. But if you don't remember, you could also say yalad, because yalad not only just means boy, it also means child. All right? So you could say that as well. So they actually have, I don't even got to correct them. They finally got one right. Esau, it says to bear, and that's where you get the word lad from. All right? From yalad. All right? It says to bear, bring forth, beget, gender, travail, of childbirth, all right, to be born. So they declare their family lineage, all right, their lines after their families. And how is that declared? By the house of their fathers. So it doesn't matter what your mother is, it matters what your father is. All right, it matters what your father is. See, Esau has fucked up everybody's mind, going all the way back, dating all the way back to when we were in hardcore slavery, because he used to pop our women, he used to grape them, and then the baby come out, he ain't gonna look like no straight up Edomite, he gonna look darker, because he had sex with a Jake woman. And then he would do this. Esau would get out of having to really treat that child like a son by saying, oh no, you're what your mother is. You're not my child. You're what your mother is. So you a nigger. And then now you get treated like a slave. You know what I mean? That's how that shit comes about. Esau. But Esau knows it goes by the seed of the man, not by the woman. They don't have any seed. All right, they don't have any seed. You know, they don't have seed. Right? And so it says they declared their family lineages by the house of their fathers, according to the number of the names from 20 years old and upward by their polls. All right? By their polls. So it matters what your father is, not what your mother is. So this shows you even more that a woman can't bring back the line. The father brings back the line. So once again, I gotta ask, right? What are you gonna do when we're gone? Because you can't bring yourself back. So what are you gonna do? Right? That's the ultimate question. Right? So let's go to the next precept. Leviticus 12:2. Leviticus 12:1. And the Lord Yahweh spake unto Moses, saying, speak unto the children of Israel. So once again, this shows you wacky-tacky Christians that the law is only given to the nation of Israel. Right? It's not given to everybody. So if the law is only given to the nation of Israel, why do you think that the heathens are of the Lord's people? Scripture saying, Amos, the 3rd chapter, out of all the families of the earth, we're the only one he's known, so he's judging our ass. So we are different. There's no equality, okay, between us and the heathens. Anyway, to the point. Speaking to the children of Israel, saying, if a woman have conceived seed. Now, what does that mean, a woman conceiving seed? It means that she intakes seed. That's literally what it means. She intakes seed. And what does it mean in general if a woman conceives? She becomes pregnant. So when she conceived seed, she took in seed and became pregnant. That's how a woman becomes pregnant. That's how children are brought forth. All right? So let's read that again. Speaking to the children of Israel, saying, if a woman have conceived seed and born a man child, then she shall be unclean 7 days, according to the days of the separation. For her infirmity shall she be unclean. All right? Then it goes into the 8th day where you break off the foreskin. You know, it's a whole science behind that. All right, a whole methodology behind that from Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. All right, because on the 8th day, they built up enough, blood immunity, blood cells or something like that to where they won't bleed out when you circumcise them. All right? Unlike Esau just trying to circumcise them right out the womb, but sticking needles in the baby so they won't bleed out. It's BS. Just wait to the 8th day, like the scriptures say. All right, it's a natural remedy behind that. Anyway, to continue on. As I was saying, though, the point of that scripture was the only way a woman can get pregnant is if she intakes a man's seed. Why? Because as we read in the book of Numbers 1, the man brings the line back. He's the reason. He brings the lineage. All right? And what did I have next? Wisdom of Solomon 7, that's what I thought. Let's go to Wisdom of Solomon 7, which is going to say the same thing. Wisdom of Solomon 7:1. I myself also am a mortal man, like to all, and the offspring of him that was first made of the earth. Who is he talking about? Adam. He's talking about Adama, Ban Adama. That's who he's talking about. The son of the ground. That's Adam. All right. And in my mother's womb was fashioned to be flesh, in the time of 10 months, being compacted in blood. All right, because a woman is typically pregnant for 10 months. We say 9 because typically a woman doesn't find out she's pregnant till about 2 weeks to a month in. And then from that point on, it's about 9 extra months. So they're typically pregnant for about 10 months. That's why it says that. You know, that you should know that we learned that shit in school, right? In grade school, I learned that shit. So, but yeah. And it says, fashioned to be flesh, so the Lord started molding the child in the womb. All right, didn't the scripture say that about, was it Jeremiah? When he was in the womb, he knew him already, and he molded him, and etc. The Lord formed me in my mother's womb. You know the scripture I'm talking about in Jeremiah, right? So it says, of the seed of man. So he was made. Solomon's saying how he was created. And in a sense, he's referring to how Adam was created. By the seed of man. All right, by the seed of man. So we all are here by way of the seed of man. All right, that's the point, but I want to keep reading. And the pleasure that came with sleep. And when I was born, I drew in the common air and fell upon the earth, which is of like nature. And the first voice which I uttered was crying, as all others do. And it's, for there is no king that had any other beginning of birth, for all men have one entrance unto life, and the light going out. So all men come in the same, all men go out the same. You know what that proves? It's not even a part of the lesson, but you know what that proves. Adam had a mother and a father, and there were other humans back in the garden. All right, when you go to the book of Leviticus, when you go to the book of Luke, the 1st chapter, around the 60th verse, it literally speaks about a prophet being back in the days of Adam. Right? Now, I'm not going there because it's not the point of the lesson, but I'll quote some stuff for you to go look at yourself. Right? What is that scripture? It's in Genesis, where they were in the garden, and it says Adam and Eve heard a voice in the cool of the day. That was a prophet. The brother Isaiah bring that out all the time. All the damn time he brings that out. That was a prophet, man. All right? And last but not least, you got to ask yourself, what the fuck was the serpent doing back there then? Because the serpent wasn't a literal snake. It was a man. So who the fuck was that? If they were the only 2 human beings on earth, who was that? The Lord just chose Adam. He chose Adam to start that righteous lineage. That's all. That's all. You know, and then you're going to have people come on the comment, well, if that's the case, well, if the Lord didn't just poof Adam and he was here, well then, how was all the other people there first? Nigga, we don't have that information. The scriptures say, know in part, for we know in part, we prophesy in part. We know what it is according to the scriptures, because the scriptures clearly states people was back in the time of Adam. It wasn't just Adam. So we're going based off what we know that is in this book. We're gonna find all that extra stuff out in the kingdom. And it's not even that, it's not meek for salvation. You sit here harping on that. What's the mark of the beast, nigga? What's the mark of the beast, man? Do you know what Jacob's trouble is? What's gonna happen to America? Who's our number one enemy? What's gonna happen to that guy? You don't know these things, but you expect to know these deep things. Cause it's kind of when you reading the scriptures and then you hear this, it's like, damn, that's kind of, I see it, but, you know what I mean? I'm saying how you could probably see it. We see it, we understand it. We don't have no confusion behind it, right? But if you've been growing up in the Christian church for so long, you're like, well, stop straddling the fence and figure something out, because judgment is coming. Judgment is indeed coming. All right, so there were other people back there in the time of Adam. All right, whether you want to accept it or not, even when Adam had sons, which we're going to get into briefly because we're going to Genesis, the 5th chapter. When Adam had sons, he had Seth, not Seth, he had, no, he did have Seth. No, he didn't have Seth. It was Cain and Abel. Seth came a little later, forgive me. He had Cain and Abel. Cain ended up marrying a woman. How the hell did Cain marry a woman if it was just Adam and Eve back then? So Cain married who? Like the brother, like that nigga came up to the camp and the brothers dealt with him. Said, well, did he marry his sister or something? Yeah, he married his sister. Get your dumb ass on, man. Get your stupid ass on. There was other women back, there was other humans back there, man. It wasn't just Adam and Eve. Just retarded. Just retarded, man. We're made of the seed of man. We're made of the seed of man. That's how we come here. That's how we get here. So once again, I'm going to ask this woman a question. I pray Yahweh Shem Shai makes her see this video somehow, at least a clip of it, and me asking her this damn question. What are you going to do when we're going? You can't bring yourself back, bitch. So what you going to do? You can't bring your lineage back. What are you going to do? All right, I believe the next one is Genesis 5, like I said. Oh, it's Genesis 30. Then we'll go to Genesis 5. All right. So let's go to Genesis 30 concerning Jacob. Now I'm going to skip down to the points. All right. Jacob. Well, I'll start up here. But the point right here is at 3, and then there's another point further down concerning Leah's maid. Genesis 30:1, and when Rachel saw that she bare Jacob no children, Rachel envied her sister and said unto Jacob, give me children or else I die. And Jacob's anger was kindled against Rachel, and he said, am I in God's stead, who hath withheld thee from thee the fruit of thy womb? And she said, behold, my maid Bilhah also have children by her. And she gave him Bilhah, which was a heathen woman, by the way. She was a heathen woman. She wasn't no Israelite woman. She was a heathen woman. She wasn't a child of the Most High. She was a heathen. Bilhah was a heathen. All right? She was a fucking heathen. And it says, and she gave him Bilhah, her handmaid, to wife, and Jacob went in unto her. And Bilhah conceived and bare Jacob a son. And she bare him another son after that. So Jacob had 2 of the tribes out of a heathen woman. Why? How was he able to do that even though the woman was a heathen? Because he carries the seed, not her. He carries it. That's how. Let's jump down to when Leah gave Jacob Zilpah. Right here. Verse 9. When Leah saw that she had left barren, she took Zilpah, her maid. Zilpah was a heathen, by the way. She wasn't no Israelite. She was a heathen. It says she took Zilpah, her maid, and gave her Jacob to wife. So she gave him to Jacob to wife. Or gave her to Jacob to wife, forgive me. And Zilpah, Leah's maid, bare Jacob a son. And then she also bare him another son. So 4 of the tribes came out of the womb of heathens. 4 of them. 4 of them. Not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 tribes came out of the womb of heathen women, and they're still considered tribes. I will prove that. Let's go back to Bilhah, the tribe she had. Let's see who Bilhah gave birth to. She gave birth to Dan, which Dan is no longer a tribe. All right, so you could kind of say Dan is now Manasseh, but Dan is no longer a tribe. Okay, because Joseph had 2 sons, Ephraim and Manasseh. Manasseh was the oldest, Ephraim was the younger, but Ephraim they both got blessings, but Ephraim got the bigger part of the blessing, so he became the head of the northern kingdom. All right, and Manasseh became a tribe also, because Manasseh is mentioned in Revelation 7. All right, so Dan, but you could just say that's Manasseh. All right, just to keep it intact, right? Even though Manasseh wasn't made to literally, Manasseh wasn't literally the replacer of Dan, but he replaced Dan, essentially. It's like Ephraim replaced Joseph. All right? So it says Dan, and then what was the other one? And then Naphtali. All right, Naphtali. So Dan and Naphtali. All right? And what did Zilpah have? Let's go down. Zilpah, she had Gad and Asher. So Gad, Asher, Naphtali, and Dan. Now let's go to Revelation 7. Gad, Asher, Naphtali, and Dan. 4 tribes came from heathen women. Right here, let's see, Revelation 7 and verse 4. And I heard the number of them which were sealed. And there were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel. All right, and I'm going to skip to the point. Of the tribe of Gad were sealed 12,000. So it's still a tribe, and it came out of the womb of a heathen. And there was nothing wrong with it. It was still considered a tribe of Israel because why? Jacob's seed. Let's go down. Of the tribe of Asher were sealed 12,000. I don't need to explain it. Of the tribe of Naphtali were sealed 12,000. And then here goes another one, because this is the one that technically, if you want to be technical, replaced Dan. Of the tribe of Manasseh were sealed 12,000. Now what? Now what? So, question again, what the fuck are you going to do when we're gone? When we're off the scene, what are you going to do? What's going to happen to you? That's the question of the day. She ain't going to be able to answer that. Let's go to Genesis, the 5th chapter, concerning the lineage of Adam. I'm not going to read all of it, but I'm going to just read a few to show you a point. There's a point I want to make with this. Descendants of Adam, Genesis 5 and 1. This is the book of the generations of Adam. In the day that that power created man. Created. Sons of the ground. Adam means ground. In the Hebrew, it's Adama. Ban Adama, sons of the ground. Son of the ground. Son of the ground, Ban Adama. And Adam 130 years and begat a son in his own likeness. Now, before Seth, there were Cain and Abel. Right? But anyway, we know what happened in that story. So Seth was basically the successor of he was the successor of Abel, pretty much, that kept carrying on that righteous lineage. Wait. Salakia for the noise. And so he was that successor. Anyway, it says, in the days of Adam, after he had begotten Seth, were 800 years, and he begat sons and daughters. And all the days that Adam lived were 930 years, and he died. And Seth lived 105 years and begat Enos. All right? And then you got that, and then it says, in all the days of Seth, blah, 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 right? And then it says, and Enos lived 90 years and begat Canaan. Then you got, right? I'm skipping down to the point, just trying to stay on point. It says, and Canaan lived 70 years and begat Mahalalel, or Mahalalel. I hope you want to say, I don't know how to say that. But There's a man, of course, jumped down, all right? It says that Mahalalel lived 65 years and begat Jared. Do you see what I'm getting at here? It all is talking about men. Because how is the family picked and considered? By the born after the flood. The sons of Japheth, Gomer, Magog, Madai, and Javan, and Tubal, and Meshach, and Tyrus. The sons of Gomer, and then it's going to get into that, right? And you go back up here, it says the sons of Ham, Cush, and Mizraim. And I memorized these ones. I don't remember all the sons of Japheth, but I know they go back to the islanders, right? But the sons of Ham, I remember this. Cush goes back to the, Canaan goes back to the South Africans, right? Good morning. Canaan goes back to the South Africans. Mizraim is the Egyptians, so-called, right? Now, these ones are ones I always get confused. I believe Put or Poot is the motherfucking, I always get it mixed up. One of these motherfuckers though, one of these motherfuckers is now I forgot the damn name. It's the Ethiopians, and the other one is the and I forgot what the other one is. I haven't noted. I usually have that shit, remember. Them the two I always get confused, but the brothers know, just say it in the comment section, all right? Anyway, I tried to test my memory a little bit. You know, that's all the way back in the unconscious part of my brain. So I'm trying to pull that motherfucker back to the front. It's stuck back there for a little bit. Anyway, but the point is, it says, in the sons of Ham, Cush and Mizraim and Put and Canaan. And then it goes into the sons of Cush and all that, right? Let's go down. These are the sons of Ham after their families, after their tongues, in their countries, and in their nations. Unto Shem also, the father of all the children of Eber. Eber, that's where you get the word Hebrew from. Ibar, that's how you would say it in Hebrew. Ibar, all right? Which means of the past or ancient, okay? Even to him were children born. The children of Shem, Elam, and Asher, all right? Or Ashur, and Arphaxad, and Lud, and Aram, the children of Aram. And then it goes on and on and on. And when you get to the bottom, it says this. These are the sons of Shem, after their families, after their tongues and their lands, after their nations. These are the families of the sons of Noah, after the flood. And the precept for that is in Deuteronomy 32, started at about verse 8 or 9, start around there. Right? Because it speaks about how the Lord split up the sons of Adam. All right? Meaning the nations, the human race. And they were split after that flood. That's what it was talking about. Deuteronomy 32 started about 8 or 9. One of those two. Probably about 8. Spirit's telling me 8. So, yeah. So the point of this, what I'm reading these lineages for, and I'm about to read some more, is it's men. It's talking about men. The man begat that man. The man begat that man. This man begat that man. Man begat that. Man begat that. I'm being funny. But the point is, what are you going to do? It didn't say, oh, Sarah begat this nigga. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just talking shit again. It didn't say, Ruth begat this dude. I'm just talking shit once again. Point is, women don't carry no seed. You can't bring nothing back. The men bring it back. The men bring the nation back, not women. All right, that's the whole point of me going into the story about Jacob. Jacob had 4 of the tribes with 2 heathen women, and they were still considered his sons, his tribes, Israel, because they came out of the loins of Jacob. Women don't have loins. Women don't have ball sacks. And if she do, well, you should go the other way. That's a man. That's a man. And these days, it's a lot of those. Hey, man, this place is perverted. Can't stand this shit. You just gotta laugh to keep from crashing out. Anyway, so yeah, what's the next one I had on the list? Genesis 19 and 30. Let's go there. I wonder what they say. Oh, I know what they say. This goes into the some of the other nations that came out of the line of Shem. Yep. This goes into the few others that came out of the line of Shem. All right, so I'm gonna read that to you. So Genesis 19 and 30, and Lot went up out of Zoar and dwelt in the mountain, and his 2 daughters with him, for he feared to dwell in Zoar, and he dwelt in a cave, and he and his 2 daughters. And the firstborn said unto the younger, Our father is old, and there is not a man in the earth to come in unto us after the manner of all the earth. So they started, women, they started talking to each other. And when women get to talking to each other, 9 times out of 10, some BS is about to come out of this bullshit. And indeed, some BS happened. And it says, they cannot counsel with each other. Just no, don't. It's just, Women get to talking to each other, they just come up with the dumbest shit. Let's keep reading. Come, let us make our father drink wine. So they got this man drunk. They got Lot drunk. Lot was the father. They got him drunk. And we will lie with him, that we may preserve seed of our father. So, the daughter is not supposed to have sex with her father. Her father's nakedness is not supposed to be revealed to the daughter. You know what I mean? That's just not supposed to happen. Hell, that's why Ham received a curse, and that curse went down unto Canaan, because Ham saw Noah's nakedness, man. Not supposed to do that. All right, that's bad news. So this was very wicked on their part. This is why there was a curse placed upon Ammon and Moab, and why they got them slanted eyes. That's a curse for this right here. This is like straight up incest, like the closest form you can get, one of the closest. Come, let us make our father drink wine, and we will lie with him, meaning have sex with him, that we may preserve seed of our father. Crazy word. And they made their father drink wine that night, and the firstborn went in and lay with her father, and he perceived not when she lay down, nor when she arose, because he was out of it. The man was drunk. And it came to pass on the morrow that the firstborn said unto the younger, Behold, I lay yesternight with my father. Let us make him drink wine this night also, and go thou in and lie with him, that we may preserve seed of our father. Just wicked shit. And they made their father drink wine that night also, and the younger arose and lay with him, and perceived not when she lay down, nor when she arose. Thus were both daughters of Lot with child by their father, which is some wicked shit. And it wasn't Lot's fault. But remember, this is back in the time when they were in Sodom and Gomorrah and all that BS. Like, this is some wicked shit. But still, you have 2 nations from the line of Shem that came out of this. So the Lord didn't set it up this way just for that. Then he got them slanted their last eyes. Anyway. And the firstborn bare a son and called his name Moab. Those are the so-called Chinese people. The same is the father of the Moabites unto this day. And the younger, she also bare a son and called his name Benami. The same is the father of the children of Ammon unto this day. The Ammonites are the so-called Japanese. Very closely related. You might as well just say they're brothers at this point, right? Very closely related. So anyway, yeah. So those are 2 more nations that came out of the line of Shem. By way of a man. By way of a man. All right? Now, Lot was a part of that righteous lineage, and he had these 2 sons. But that righteousness wasn't passed down through them. All right? The Lord didn't pass it through them. All All right? Like the brother Isaiah was making a lesson yesterday, talking about how there is a bridge in the scriptures. It's where we know who that righteous lineage is. There is a bridge, and there always will be a bridge. All right? Lord set up a bridge to where we get understanding on who's who, and who's that righteous line. And if there is even a righteous line, which we know that there is according to scriptures, right? But anyway, genealogy, 12 sons of Jacob, Israel. 1 Chronicles 2:1. These are the sons of Israel: Reuben, Simeon, Levi, and Judah, Issachar, Zebulun, Dan, Joseph, and Benjamin, and Naphtali, Gad, and Asher, the sons of Judah, and it goes down into it. You get the point. Scroll down here. I don't gotta read it. Genealogy of David, the sons of also a lot. The sons also of Hezron that were born unto him: Jerahmeel, and then you keep going. Obed begat that, Jesse begat firstborn Eliab, then it gets down to David. David begat, blah, 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 blah. It goes down the lineage of men. All right, of men. That's the point, of men. Let me see another one. Matthew 1. Matthew 1. I'm not going to read all this because I've already made the point. We're going into the other lineage readings. Matthew 1. I'm just giving you something to read on your own. Matthew 1:1. The book of the generation of Yahushua Mashiach, the son of David, the son of Abraham. Abraham begat Isaac, and Isaac begat. So Yahushua came from a lineage, a genealogy. Genus. Judas begat Phares, and Zara of Tamar of Phares begat Ezra, and it's going to keep going into the men begat this man, and you got a few women mentioned in there, whose mother was blah blah blah, but it's still by the seed, the son of this, the son of that, the son of this, the son of that, right? That's how it will go. Can't make this stuff up. All right, how you would have said Yahushai's name back in the ancient world, you would have said Yahushai bun Yahushai bun Yawasap. You would have said Yahushai bun Yawasap bun Yahawada bun Yasharallah. That's how you would have said his full name in the ancient world, because his father was Joseph. Joseph in the Hebrew is Yawasap, right? So Yahushai, son of Yawasap, son of Yahawada, the tribe, Judah, son of Yasharallah. All right, meaning Israel, son of Israel, coming back from that patriarch of Israel, of Jacob, right? That's the point. So, I'm gonna get this one. I'm gonna get what I had. It's a few left on the list. Let's go to Jeremiah 3:1. The polluted land. They say if a man put away his wife and she go from him and become another man's, shall he return unto her again? All right. Shall not that land be greatly polluted? But thou hast played the harlot with many lovers, yet return again to me, saith the Lord. Now, this is a spiritual saying concerning how we, the Israelites as a whole, left off and rebelled against the Lord and took on the heathen idols and all that type of stuff. All right. So that's really what that's going into. And the Lord still brought us back, even though we were getting greatly polluted. Oh no. Yeah, shut your ass up. Anyway, and we became greatly polluted, but the Lord still took us back. He's still giving us that bridge to come back, right? But this also goes into you can also go into it and see how it is speaking as concerning women. All right, when you put a woman away, and she gets nutted in by another man, goes sleep with another man, now she's defiled, and that DNA is now on her. Now that DNA is on her, so when she does have a child down the line, now that DNA from other men she dealt with is on that child. It's not even just the father's DNA molding it. Now it's other men. Then that child comes out all bugged out and shit, acting unnormal, you know, not as like the father, looking like other men somewhat, because the DNA that's in that woman, his DNA stays, the man's DNA stays with a woman forever until he's off the earth, right? So that's how it goes. That just crazy work. Crazy work. That's why you got a bunch of these so-called bipolar women. I say so-called because we know what the reason is, because you deal with all these men. You got all them different spirits on you. Got you bugging the hell out. All right, so the point I was making with that, if a woman get out here and start getting popped by all these different men, she ain't gonna be able to bring nobody back. She's just bringing their lineage back. And for that, like I had in the notes, Deuteronomy 23:17, I had a whole setup for it, but I'm not really gonna go into it now. But you know, I had in the notes, Deuteronomy 23:17, there shall be no whores of the daughters of Israel. Because now they want to deal with these heathen men, right? Well, if you go deal with a heathen man, it's like I was saying in a lesson 2 days ago with the brother. If a woman of an Israelite nation goes and deals with a heathen man, they're gonna see her as a concubine, like how we view heathen women as concubines and lesser wives. And they're gonna treat you like what? How do you treat a concubine? You know, I make a joke all the time, me and the brother, oh, we're gonna use that woman, you use that woman for concubine purposes. Don't wife that bitch. What do we mean by that? Treat her like a whore. Just treat her like a whore. She's a whore. She's basically your personal slut. That's it. She's your personal slut. She's a personal whore. That's it. You know? That's what that goes into. That's what it means, pretty much. You know? So, y'all want to keep dealing with these heathen men? You're going to find out, bitches. Y'all going to find out. But I was going to make a point with that. I hope you kind of got the point I was making with that, because I didn't want to go into the scriptures on that, because, you know, veering off the point of the lesson. But that brings me back to my question. After reading all these precepts, right, that we read, my question to this woman is, once again, what will you do when we're gone? Because you can't bring yourself back. You know, you cannot bring your lineage back. You can't bring yourself back. So when the men are gone, and then you're still here, and then eventually you're going to die, right? How are you going to come back? You're just going to be stuck in the spirit realm forever, because we're not here to bring you back. It goes by the lineage of the father. The men bring forth that lineage. Last time I checked, you women, even in Esau science, you women carry the XX chromosome. You don't determine the race. You don't even determine the gender. But we men carry the XY chromosome, meaning we determine the race and the gender. We determine all of that. You don't even determine that. So how are you going to bring yourself back? You can't. Not without us. So you're sitting here hoping that these Edomites and these rest of these heathens, all right, the rest of these Goyim, you're hoping that they eviscerate us, eliminate us, make us go extinct. But then what are you going to do? You, like Apostle Tahar said, you coming right with us, bitch. You finna go right with us with your dumb ass. We get gone, you finna get gone too, dumbass bitch. All right, so what you gonna do when we're gone, dumbass? It's by the seed of man, not the seed of woman, because women don't have no damn seed. The egg ain't shit without the seed fertilizing it. The egg ain't shit without the seed fertilizing it. That's like you having soil, right? But you don't have no seeds in the soil. Nothing's gonna come out of that soil, it's just gonna be fucking soil. When you put a seed in it and you fertilize it by putting a seed in it, that's when something comes out of that soil. It's the seed that's important, not the soil. That's why a husband is called, what does a husband mean? What does a husband actually mean? We know it means a married man, but what does it actually mean? It means a farmer, one who planteth seeds. That's what husband means. Husbandman, that's what it means, a man who planteth seeds. So what does a typical husband do to his wife? He plants seed in her. He farms her. She's that soil, and he lays it in her. All right? There's another way you could break down Jeremiah 3, what we read. Shall not that land be greatly polluted? Because another man has become a former in her land. Now it's polluted, defiled, if you would have be. Right? That's why a lot of Jake be talking about, oh, that woman, my earth. That's my world right there. That's my earth. Because you're planting inside of her. So you consider her your soil. As the earth means the ground. You're considering her your soil, and you're planting in her. You're planting seed in her. Right? So yeah, there you have it though. I hope y'all were edified by this. I know I did a lot of talking, but Lord willing, you were edified by this. All right? So I want to end this off by giving all praises, all infinite honor, and all infinite glory to our power, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Ruach HaKodesh. I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who have taught us all this truth in the spirit and the power of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. And until next time, Abba Bo, Kwam Yasrala Gadol Abadim, Lababal Hagadol, Yahweh Mahar Wa Habathum. And until next time, I would like to say to you all, Shalom.